Yo, BIGGKISH back up in here. Before we get into this reaction, I want to preface this video with this right here. Something that Crumble Colonizer had posted on X. Shout out to Crumble Colonizer. As much evidence and stuff that's out there, I believe Drake is going to be named in something in the next couple months or maybe even the next year. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Listen to this.
I survive, beef is live, spoiler alert.
Alright, so whoever he's talking about dies, right? Alright, so now we're gonna go and listen to the hook. Listen to the hook.
Till his brains hang, and his mama sang, and the pastor sang.
They're talking about somebody getting shot or something. Let's listen to the next part of the verse.
I hit up tell him do the assured.
Drake is always talking about how he made a call and put this out on somebody. I want y'all to check out this connection right here. I'm gonna widen this up because y'all gotta listen to this connection right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and react to the next video.
Voodoo curse, it got him while I flew to Turks.
They got him while I flew to Turks. Who did they get while he flew to Turks?
Dogs had to hit him where we knew it hurt.
It got him while I flew to Turks. Speaking of Turks, that's Turks and Caicos. And look at this. This is what I found on the internet. This is a picture of Drake in Turks and Caicos. This is actually one of the pictures from one of these girls' Instagram. Because Drake did not post.
Drake didn't post at all. There's women who can't just be around Drake and not post. That's the objective, is to get clout off of him. Remember, he said they got him while I flew to Turks. He telling on himself. You think you got away. You did not get away.
Anything from this trip to Turks and Caicos. The interesting part is that this picture is from July 6, 2018, right? July 6, 2018. Drake doesn't have anything on his Instagram around this date.
But Drake is known for posting. Why you not posting nothing? You got beautiful water, you on the sand.
Now here's where shit gets crazy. I'm not pointing fingers, this is just a coincidence, right? But let's look at this. If you look, when did XXXTentacion died? Look at the date. June 18, 2018. That is only 18 days apart from this date over here.
They got him while I flew to Turks.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it a coincidence? Shout out to Mike Drop TV. This is Kendrick hitting XXXTentacion's message decoded. It's no longer a theory.
2018, Deerfield Beach, Florida. 20-year-old rapper XXXTentacion sits in his BMW, leaving a motorcycle dealership.
OVO, so everybody in OVO something.
If it gets live, do a 5 again. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again.
Armed men approach. Shots fired. He's gone. Within hours, the internet explodes with a theory, a conspiracy that would haunt hip-hop for 7 years. A rumor that one of the biggest rappers in the world might be connected to this murder. Fast forward to February 9th, 2025, the Super Bowl. 100 million people watching. Kendrick Lamar takes the stage, performs a song called Peekaboo, and hidden in the choreography, the visuals, the symbolism, fans decode what they believe is the most public accusation in rap history.
Scorekeeper, deduct 1 life.
Samuel Jackson said this right before Kendrick.
It's so much in this Super Bowl. It's so much disses. It's so much responses to the game. Drake, the XXX situation. He's telling us so much in this Super Bowl halftime performance.
Kendrick performed Peekaboo in the X spot, which, according to fans, is a reference to XXXTentacion, especially since the X spot was on the 30-yard line, and in Roman numerals, 30 translates to XXX. Some fans also believe Peekaboo is a nod to X's Helping Hand Challenge, since it samples Give Me a Helping Hand by Little Beaver.
Just called the Helping Hand Challenge. Hashtag the Helping Hand Challenge.
And to top it off, Kendrick started the performance sitting just like X did in his 2017 freestyle. What do y'all think of this theory? Comment down.
So XXX was kneeling down just like Kendrick was on his GNX at the Super Bowl halftime. We found that out a little bit after the Super Bowl halftime. That's when it starts surfacing.
Below.
Kendrick Lamar just weaponized a murder conspiracy on the world's biggest stage. This is a detective case study. We're examining the evidence, the timeline, the psychology, and the question everyone's asking: is this genius or did he go too far? Let's investigate. Case file, the conspiracy background. First, we need to establish the foundation, the rumor that refuses to die. XXXTentacion and Drake had beef, public beef. XXX accused Drake of stealing his flow.
Drake a fuck nigga. When I was in jail facing life, he's really.
And you know what I'm thinking about? Drake tried to associate himself with all of these rappers that are from the streets, right? But most of these rappers that are from the streets, they get involved in certain things and now they get caught and they're locked up. Well, you think you're gonna be copying these rappers and talking about the same thing that you did in your raps, and you're not gonna be held accountable for it? The other rappers that you follow and trying to be like them, trying to be about that life and talk about it in your raps, they locked up. And you think you not gonna be held accountable? Bruh, as time continues, remember, vengeance is of the Lord's. Remember, things don't happen when we want it to happen. Watch, y'all. Watch this. I'm telling you, it's gonna come out.
Really taking my shit, running off with it, and then putting it on his album.
Drake, the biggest rapper on the planet, allegedly biting from a SoundCloud kid. That didn't sit well. Then, God's plan. Drake does a massive charity giveaway in Florida. Fans notice it mirrors XXX's Helping Hand Challenge, his charity initiative. Coincidence?
So in this video, Drake is out in Florida, giving out money, doing charity, but he copied this from XXX.
God's plan.
Hey, I don't want anybody to take my remarks to Drake as a diss in any shape or form, because I am actually really happy about what he did for the city. All I wanted was basically to address the situation for what it was, because I was being contacted about.
Well, Atlanta, when you need a few dollars, no, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
No! You're not a colleague. You a colonizer?
This is where you want to do this. God, yeah.
That's a little two-step.
Hey, that's my... Hey, with all that fake shit.
Then XXX posted on Instagram, the post that started everything. Quote, "If anything happens to me, it's Drake." Months later, XXX is murdered, and immediately the whispers begin. Could Drake have been involved? Could the biggest star in music have ordered a hit on a rising competitor? There's no evidence, let me be clear, no concrete proof, no charges, but the room.
All of this is alleged. All of this is alleged. But allegedly, you know, police, they got to gather up all the evidence first. Allegedly.
Rumor, it spreads like wildfire. Here's where it gets interesting. Drake releases a song called I'm Upset shortly after XXX's death. The lyrics, SMS, XXX, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck.
Here's the reason why everyone thinks Drake the XXXTentacion. First off, when X died, Drake released a song called I'm Upset, where he talks about how X died.
SMS, XXX. That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that dead?
Fans lose their minds. Is this a taunt?
Did he say XXX, shoot below the neck? Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's no longer a theory.
Is he mocking a dead man? Then there's the Assassination Vacation Tour, promotional material featuring palm trees and crosshairs, Florida, where XXX died. The conspiracy builds. Years pass. The theory lives in Reddit threads, YouTube videos, blog posts.
Why would you put a palm tree? I've never seen nobody put a target on a palm tree. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. Why put a target on a palm tree? That don't make no sense. What?
Vacation tour. Promotional material featuring palm trees and crosshairs. Florida, where XXX died. The conspiracy builds. Years pass. The theory lives in Reddit threads, YouTube videos, blog posts. It's internet lore. Unproven, but persistent.
Did you guys hear the diss to X?
Oh, on Daylight?
On Daylight.
Wait, what do you say?
So, okay, back this. X has a song called Moonlight. Drake dropped a track called Daylight. It's the total opposite.
Oh, shit.
I didn't back that. So obviously everyone knows the I'm in Daylight. X died in a car in the car during the day. And then watch. Look at the lyrics. She went to Jung and she caught a body. I wasn't there when they caught the body. Drake obviously was there. Bro said the shooters, and he said TPS thinks that I bought the body. Internet swear that I bought the body.
I didn't like that. Because fam, it's the same as the one on I'm Upset.
Yeah. He keeps throwing shots.
Do you think he actually did it, or is it just like a thing to tease?
No, I don't think he actually did it himself. We already seen on camera who did it, but he's telling on himself. I wasn't there. I was in Turks and Caicos. You got targets on palm trees. You copying this man doing a helping hand challenge on God's plan. Come on, bro.
Then, the lawyer for one of XXX's convicted files a motion, names Drake as a possible suspect, demands Drake testify in court. Drake's legal team fights it, wins. The subpoena is quashed. But the damage? Already done. Drake's name is in court documents connected to a murder case. The conspiracy was dormant, and that's exactly when Kendrick Lamar decides to perform at the Super Bowl. Evidence. Kendrick's layered threats. Let me take you back, because Kendrick's been building this for a while. Euphoria, the first major Drake diss track. Kendrick drops a line, I know some things about you that'll make Gunna look like a saint. Gunna's known for cooperating with authorities, snitching in street terms. So if Gunna looks like a saint compared to what Kendrick knows about Drake, what is he hiding? What's darker than snitching? Fans immediately theorize. XXXTentacion. A murder conspiracy is darker than snitching. Then, Not Like Us. Another line. The rabbit hole is deep. I can go further. Relation, I have more dirt. I'm holding back. But I could expose you completely if I wanted to. Then comes Peekaboo. The song itself references Helping Hand, XXX's charity challenge.
Bars! Kung Fu Kenny. Peekaboo! Alright, now we got Peekaboo.
Peekaboo!
Kendrick's been a public supporter of XXX. He threatened to boycott Spotify when they tried to remove XXX's music. He's aligned himself with XXX's legacy for years. And the Peekaboo motif? It's about seeing, watching, exposing what's hidden. I see you. I know what you did. Knox Hill, a YouTube analyst, breaks down the connections. He links Peekaboo to Silent Hill, a track from Kendrick's Mr. Morale album featuring Kodak Black. Here's the chilling part. Kodak Black met one of XXX's killers in prison. Documented, public knowledge. So Kendrick features Kodak on an
He is on it.
album about confronting demons and trauma. Then references Helping Hands and Peekaboo on an album about being the boogeyman.
I believe this why Drake had to hurry up and get to Kodak Black. Or I think he was giving him Bitcoin, probably like 100 Bitcoin or something like that.
Haunting your enemies. The narrative is clear if you're paying attention. Kendrick is building a case, album by album.
But Drake was going out to California offering Bitcoin for people to get information on Kendrick as well. So this lets you know that he do be, giving people Bitcoin or offering Bitcoin or whatever. But he gave Kodak Black Bitcoin. I guess he's trying to be his friend, so he don't come out and say nothing. because he was locked up with the dude.
Album, bar by bar, feature by feature. He's never directly accusing Drake. That's the genius. Plausible deniability. He's alluding, hinting, letting fans connect the dots.
Kodak Black is featured on Silent Hill with Kendrick Lamar. He ended up having a run-in with one of XXXTentacion's.
Push these off me like, push these off me like, sickity, sickity, hire some help. Get ready to.
They had a conversation. Now, the track that Kodak Black is featured on with Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar is talking about hiding behind your money. And he's talking about peekaboo. You know, basically, we see what's going on because there are subliminals layered on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah,
pretty much.
There are lots of layers. Well, it's a typical Kendrick album, isn't it? But the first usage of Kendrick going peekaboo is not on this title track from GNX. It goes years ago back to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and specifically Silent Hill. Let's keep it running.
He's saying on Silent Hill, peekaboo, I know what you did, Drake. And I have Kodak Black on the same album that in the track Silent Hill, whereas Prince stated he met up when Kodak was in prison. He crossed paths with the person who murdered XXXTentacion.
Now, here's the thing about it, okay? The thing is this, what's going on, if you guys have not been paying attention, y'all saw recently with the petition for UMG, okay? Now, what is the guy saying? Mr. Williams, I believe his name is. He wants his evidence fully introduced because even his own attorney feels he did not get a fair shake. And
so he's talking about one of Tentacion's, which is Dedrick Williams, and his lawyer is trying to appeal the case and wants to depose the boy, wants to depose Drake. Why? That's.
But they did it at a time where I believe Drake was still in UMG's good graces. But if they pull that off now with Drake and UMG, they at odds with each other, UMG ain't gonna be able to save him, boy. I'm telling you.
It's key. Why would you feel like Drake is a key witness to a murder case for XXXTentacion?
Of all the witnesses, again, there's...
As long as UMG or whoever feel like they can still profit off of Drake, they're going to use their connections to, you know, postpone this situation right here. They're going to use all their connections, all their lawyers, all their whoever, right? But when Drake start to really fade away, the beginning of him fading away is now. But it's going to take a little while, being as though that he made such an impact for 15 years. But as his stardom or whatever, you know, his celebrityism starts to fade away, this when all of this gonna start coming. Then all the baby mamas gonna start coming out. I'm telling you.
There's depositions, there's situations where, you know, again, people aren't citizens of Florida or whatever the case is, so there's ways you gotta move around that. But he's saying here, hold on now. I had Drake up on that list and the judge struck him off the list.
Which is why it's important when you listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, you're getting Christ consciousness from Kendrick Lamar spiritually.
It's a great
like
summary.
Even on Silent Hill, when he said peekaboo to Drake, pretty much you're hiding behind your power and your money.
You funny, dog. Peekaboo, can't hide behind your money, dog.
Flashy nigga with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing proper.
But you're not basically looking at the damage that you allegedly done in other people's lives. And in particular for this track, we're talking about with XXXTentacion. When you go to GNX, it's a transformation where Kendrick is basically the boogeyman.
Peekaboo.
Now it's about to get heated up. This is why it makes sense when Hitta was in our chat in the live that we did not too long ago.
Hitta J3.
Hitta said, Dark Carnage, I gotta watch and wait. A lot of big things is gonna happen. And when you hear peekaboo on GNX, like people are gonna give GNX album more and more and more credit as other things unfold. But the Peekaboo,
as time go on, because it's still to this day some things in GNX that we still didn't get. It's still some things in Mr. Morale. It's still some things everywhere, but it just takes time. You know, it takes time.
What's crazy is this was a month ago. I'm taking her to Vegas with me because there are so many things that are coming true later on.
Yep.
Aren't we discovering more and more as characters reveal themselves, as more news comes out exposing certain people that Kendrick has been at war with?
the Peekaboo track in and of itself is a continuation to the track Silent Hill, and that sample is paying homage to XXXTentacion.
It's a Helping Hand challenge.
The Helping Hand challenge, which
remember Drake trolled
about.
He trolled him with the God's plan.
God's plan.
And that's
And now Kendrick being big bro trolling Drake. Since Drake wanted to troll him, okay, fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. I bully bullies. That's what Kendrick is saying. I bully bullies. You want to be a bully? Okay, I'm gonna bully you.
why Kendrick is trolling him.
So listen, folks, just think about that, right? When people first heard Silent Hill, nobody thought about too much of anything. No. Maybe some hip hop heads kind of caught something, but for him to say, Peekaboo, I see you, what did he say here? He says, Peekaboo can't hide behind your money, dog. Now, if you go back to this track here, Kendrick Lamar, it's very minimalistic in his approach.
Between XXXTentacion and Drake. It's not like this is coming out of left field. This is coming out of nowhere, right? Drake, the boy, is always known for his subliminals. He's always known for his sneak disses and trolling. You know, every single album he's gonna talk about Rihanna. He's obsessed with her. Every single album he's gonna have some sublims or dealing with Kanye West. And for a while, we were having this situation of Drake just throwing his little indirects that could easily be taken and interpreted as going after the Florida rapper. Now, things got so bad for Tentacion that he went on his Instagram Live. I remember when he did a conversation with He Who Must Not Be Named, aka Mr. DJ Dog Groomer, DJ Diddy Demix, talking about Drake tried to. He also made another post on his Insta saying, if anyone tries to kill me, it was, and he tagged Champagne Poppy, aka Drake, saying he's gonna snitch right now. Now, I know he deleted that after he posted it, but again, that is a very wild public thing to say and to put out there into the world, right? You don't just say that out of nowhere. You don't mention things like that unless you're really feeling worried about your security. You're feeling a type of way, because we all know how serious of an allegation and accusation that is. And he wanted to put that out there into the world. Now, that was before his death. Rest in peace. And he died on the 18th of June, 2018. Less than a year later, what does Drake do? He goes on tour in Europe, and he titles it the Assassination Vacation Tour. Who did he assassinate? Who's he taking a vacation from? And Thought Crimes talks about this, and
and why do you have a target symbol on a palm tree? Palm trees are in Florida. What's the significance of that? Come on, bro. Listen, man. Drake is just somebody who couldn't keep his mouth closed. He really felt like he was a mob boss. He really felt like he was about that. And you're gonna have to suffer the consequences of what comes with that, bro. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Shout out to Mike Drop. He putting in that work. I'm telling you. Mike Drop be supplying us with all the info. And y'all need to go subscribe to Mike Drop TV if you haven't already. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this breakdown. All we do is gotta be patient, y'all. I know we want it to happen in our time, but we just gotta be patient and just watch. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.